If you really want to be strong, you have to climb on a spray wall.
Adam Ondra, Janja Garnbret, Alex Megos, elite climbers in general, spend most of their climbing sessions on a spray wall. They agree that strength, body tension and positioning are skills that you train on a spray wall. So my brother and I decided to climb almost exclusively on a spray wall for our first year of climbing and then try some boulders to see how good or bad we do. So typically we would go climbing 3 times per week for 3 hours each time. Our sessions start by a warm-up and then we create boulders that push our limits for around 2 hours and a half. And then we do some physical training for 20 minutes. The first 3 months of training were complicated, with little progress. And honestly, even just climbing from the bottom to the top of the spray wall was already hard enough. The technique was catastrophic, but we were definitely getting much stronger. Probably because we were mostly using our upper body and neglecting our legs. Also, route setting was not efficient because we didn't know how to do it. At this point, we are actually getting better at route setting. It's fun to create your own journey, to share boulder problems with other people, and it allows you to train specifically what you want. Imagine you want to train toe hooks, then you can just make up a problem that has lots of them, and you get better. And we advise you to not necessarily use handholds as footholds, but instead choose which holes will be for the hands and which will be for the feet. It will allow you to force you into doing a beta, and this way you will improve the way you want. Thanks to all this training, our technique was getting a bit better, especially flagging and drop knees, because you're doing them all the time on a spray wall. It also teaches you which leg to put on the foothold for better efficiency, but we still had a major flaw. We would not pull enough on our legs and rely too much on our upper body. Our crimping and pinching skills were also improving, but we would hardly ever train on slopers because they are less frequently found on spray walls. So we would still remain a bit weak on that aspect. An 8B plus climber had a session with us, and he told us the secret to actually pull hard on the legs on a spray wall. You have to put your feet on very tiny footholds. This completely changed the way we used our legs and our body tension. It's like you finally use your abs and you feel like your whole body is contracted and in tension. This allowed us to massively improve. If you want to have one grade in mind, it's probably 6C V5. And don't get me wrong, in some gyms it might be 6C plus, but usually it is 6C. Our strengths were definitely crimps and overhang, where we could basically flash or almost flash some 6C boulders. Our dynos were decent. Same for slabs, because we're used to put our feet on tiny holds. But coordination, oh man, we really suck at it. About technique, we found out that we lack diversity in our repertoire of movements, but the main issue is being able to find the beta. Because we were always creating the beta on the spray wall, we didn't usually need to find it out. So our puzzle solving skills are pretty bad, like on this green 6C boulder, where we just couldn't find how to do the start. But then the rest was pure strength, so it was fine. For those interested in climbing outdoors, spray wall is what you need. Because outside, you really need body tension on super tiny footholds. We actually felt comfortable on 7As outside, while indoors it just feels out of reach.
Yeah, come on, next one. Good. Good. Yeah, come on.
Come on now.
Nice.
Angle.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on. Good job.
Yeah.
As a conclusion, spray wall is a good tool to improve in climbing. You will get more strong than technical, that's why it's not the only thing you should do. But at the end of the day, I think what really matters is how much you climb and having fun.